You worked on the Howard Dean campaign in 2004, so how much did that sort of inform this script when you were writing it?
I mean, it was the most formative political experience for me, and so it informed it a lot, but I'd also worked on a number of campaigns going back to college, starting in 1998, Senate and presidential campaigns, and I drew from all those experiences to create the play Farragut North, which Ides of March is based on.
Did you witness the Dean Scream as well?
I helped set up the event.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was there, and I also was on the plane that night from Iowa to New Hampshire. Now, we didn't know that Dean Scream was going to be replayed 672 times, literally, in one news cycle over the next 24 hours as we flew to New Hampshire. And we got there in New Hampshire at 4 in the morning for a big rally, and then all crashed and went to sleep. And when we woke up, it was just being replayed and replayed and replayed and replayed, and that was the beginning of the end.
With Farragut North as well, when did you sort of get the first inkling that Hollywood was interested in turning into a film?
It happened very quickly. I mean, I wrote the play shortly after the Dean campaign, and then 2 years went by where no one would put the play up. And I think it was just a sort of fatigue about the '04 election, and I also just didn't, have like an agent, and and I was just sort of kind of out in the wilderness, and no one knew who I was or was paying attention to my work. And then a couple years later, my agent said, I want to try getting this play out there again, and got it out to Hollywood, and it found its way into George's hands. And I got one of those Hollywood fairy tale phone calls one day where my agent called and said, George Clooney wants to turn your play into a movie. And it felt like a miracle had dropped in my lap.
Yeah. What sort of your first impressions of George as well, like your first meeting? What did you think when you
well, George is, a consummate collaborator. He's whip smart, brilliant. He is charming, he's funny, and but the most important thing is he has vision. And he knows how to turn that vision into actual results. So, he's not only an amazing actor, which we all know, not only an amazing director, which we all know, but also an amazing writer and an amazing producer. And he brought all those skills to the table in getting Ides of March together and making it happen and assembling this incredible cast, too. So it's really a testament to his passion and his vision that you and I are speaking right now.
Writing a play as well, I guess, is sort of seen as a solo pursuit, and Hollywood scripts are very much, I think, a team game. I think there's 3 guys writing this, you, George, and Grant. So do you enjoy that process more than sort of being on your own? And
well, every process is different, and certainly plays tend to be more of a solo act, and it's very often the case in Hollywood that there's just one writer. Sometimes there's 8 writers, and when there's multiple writers, it's always different. But in terms of process, in this particular case, I did my drafts, and then George and Grant did work on those drafts, and so we weren't sitting in the same room, but we were talking and in communication, and so look, basically we were all after the same thing, which was telling this story the best possible way, and all contributing to it to make it as good as it could possibly be. And I think we've done a fairly good job. At least, I'm biased, but I would say
that's
that we
excellent
have.
film.
So thank you.